A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A plus English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A plus way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A plus English.
Hello everyone, welcome to A Plus English. I am Mike.
And I'm Laura.
And today we are going to be going to a place that is not too far away.
Oh my
so that's
gosh.
good. And we're going to be discovering Hong Kong. The city has it all.
I'm going there soon to visit Albie. Remember Albie, our friend?
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You can enjoy all the wonders of Hong Kong with a good old friend of ours.
Yeah.
And I also learned recently that the flight, the traveling between Hong Kong and Taiwan, Taipei, it's the busiest airplane route in the world.
But it's so cheap.
It was before, and it is now again after COVID and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a really, I think there's like, 400 airplanes a day.
Wow.
Well, maybe not 400, but like 70 or something.
Okay.
It's really easy to get to Hong Kong from Taiwan, so that's good. So let's find out, what do you know about Hong Kong? And don't say it's just over there.
No.
Okay.
Actually, I grew up watching tons of like Hong Kong dramas, 港剧, and action movies, right? So I'm a super big fan. I heard you can even spot movie stars like 发哥, 可以看到周润发 just walking on the streets because it's so small, right?
Wow, you can see Chow Yun-fat?
Yeah.
Cool.
Or hiking, because he goes hiking a lot, right?
Handsome hiking.
Yeah.
Special
How
kind
cool
of
is
hiking.
that?
Yeah.
And he takes selfies with like, you know, like us. Like
with
一般人.
you?
No, like anyone he sees.
Oh, he's a nice guy.
He's a really nice guy, down to earth.
Fantastic.
And don't get me started on the food, dim sum.
Famous food.
Egg tarts, whatever. So many yummy things. We're going to talk about those today, so I'm not going to like give those away. I need the second stomach to try it all.
Absolutely. And I always like Hong Kong because there's so much to do in a very small place.
Yeah.
And there's many parts of Hong Kong that a lot of people don't know about, right? You can go to Lantau, you can go to the beach, you can do all sorts of stuff. You don't have to just stay in the big downtown Hong Kong Island or Kowloon area. There's the new territories. You can go lots of different places, and it's really quite easy to get around. Ooh, good museums too. I've been to a couple of the Hong Kong Museum of History. Fantastic. You should go there. All right, so let's find out more about Hong Kong by going to Hong Kong, and we're going to see you in Hong Kong, so let's do it now.
Discover Hong Kong. The city has it all. Warm-up question. What do you know about Hong Kong?
Hong Kong is in the south of China. From 1841 to 1997, it was a British colony. After that, it returned to Chinese rule. Hong Kong has 18 districts. To get around the city, take the MTR, buses, tramways, or taxis. Let's get to know 3 districts.
All right, so let's start with a few basic facts about Hong Kong. I'm sure most of you know a lot of this stuff already, but let's go over it anyways. It says Hong Kong is in the south of China. That's right. It's not near Mongolia. It's in the south of China, near kind of us. And then it says from 1841 to 1997, it was a British colony.
It was.
It was.
I remember that.
The British Empire. That's right. Until they gave it back not too long ago, really, in 1997. So now it's part of What's that country? China. That's right. It's part of China. Everyone knows this.
Duh. Okay, colony 就是殖民地哦，这是一个名词。那我们刚刚有看到，就是在讲一个时间的范围 from A to B， 就是从 A 到 B 这个时间点。那课文是提到，从1841年到1997年，香港是英国的殖民地哦。And what other British colonies or former colonies do you know about? You know your history.
Yeah,
You're really good.
There's one. I've been there before. Canada.
Duh.
Yeah, I was born there. Australia, New Zealand, India, Sri Lanka, Jamaica, St. Kitts, Grenada, Barbados, Bahamas, Jamaica, Gibraltar, I could go on and on and on. So yes, the British Empire was very big.
Yeah.
Many of those countries now are independent, but they do still have some connections. After that, meaning after 1997, and I believe it was July 1st. I believe it was July 1st, 1997. It returned to Chinese rule. The country didn't go anywhere. It's always been in the same place, but just the government changed.
Wow, you really know your history, even the date. 好强哦 ，history buff. OK， 所以之后香港回到了中国的统治之下，这里的 rule 就是统治。OK, so rule here means control or governance by a country or leader. Now, in our house, Mom has one big rule: no dessert before dinner. 在我们家，妈妈有个大规定 ，OK， 晚餐前不能吃甜点。另外，我要再讲 rule 的一个可爱的例句 ：Pirates don't follow any rules; they just do what they want. I think so.
I don't know. I think they did have rules.
They do
in
have
the
rules?
movies, they don't have rules.
Okay.
But in real
Johnny
life,
Depp
they did have rules. They were actually quite democratic pirates. They used to vote for their captains.
How fun.
And if you were a bad captain, they'd get a new captain.
That's so cool.
So they kind of did have rules. But anyways, let's get back to Hong Kong. Hong Kong has 18 districts.
Wow.
I did not know that. I would have guessed like 6 or 7. But it has 18 districts. To get around the city, take the MTR, not the MRT, the MTR buses, tramways, or taxis. Let's get to know
3 districts.
And when we talk about a district, we're just kind of talking about a smaller area inside a bigger territory. Like Taipei has districts, right? Guanghua, Da'an, places like that. Yeah.
中山
yeah.
District 就是区或是区域哦。那香港呢是属于特别行政区，而且还是由18个地区所组成哦。And I'm going to talk a little bit about the transportation. 就是 MTR is short for Mass Transit Railway. And Hong Kong's subway system with 10 lines connecting main business areas, homes, and tourist spots. So MTR 呢，它其实总共有10条铁路线哦，连接主要的商业区、住宅区和这个旅游景点 super convenient, and they also have buses and trams. So you have those single deck and double deck buses, plus special trams called 叮叮 trams. Do you know those?
Yeah, sure.
叮叮车，
Yeah.
叮叮车。所以香港的巴士有分单层和双层。那除了一般的公车之外，我们也有双层路面电车，就是我们刚刚提到的叮叮车。And taxi, they're just called Dixie. Okay, this is my Cantonese.
It's probably very good.
It's probably wrong. Okay, they come in red, green, blue for different areas. 你们知道吗？他们的计程车依照前往的地区不同，所以他们是有红啊、绿啊、蓝。I think that's super cool.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Also, you should pay attention because sometimes the red taxis, which are downtown, they won't go from Hong Kong Island to Kowloon sometimes. So you have to be careful when you get in a taxi. If you ask them to go too far, they'll go, I don't want to go that far. But it's usually easy to find it. I like driving in Hong Kong because it's so 3D. You know, it's like up and down in tunnels and the roads because it's so crowded, right? So I always think the taxi drivers must be really smart.
They're really smart.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I have a question for you. When you visit a city, which you like the most? Nature, history, or nightlife? Don't say them all, like, all, 全部.
If I had to
pick
Hong Kong,
one, what would you like most? Is it the museum?
That's a hard one because you don't have food.
Yeah.
You want to have restaurants. I would choose restaurants for Hong Kong. History's always interesting because you get to know the country, the place, the city, the culture, the people, why they are the way they are. So that's really good.
Okay.
Nightlife's okay, but I mean, these days especially, a lot of nightlife is kind of the same.
After COVID, I heard like nobody really goes to
exactly. And I think the nightlife in Hong Kong or Taiwan or Tokyo would be, you know, fairly similar in lots of ways. Nature in Hong Kong can be really nice.
Wow.
But I think compared to Taipei, it would be kind of similar.
Yeah.
Right? Hiking around on Victoria Peak would be like going up to Elephant Mountain.
We're going to talk about Victoria Peak later.
Yeah. So I think all of those things are good. But if I had to pick one, I might pick history. Plus, in Hong Kong, the museums are air-conditioned.
I didn't know they had great
handy.
museums. I'll go there.
Central and Western District. This includes Central and Sheungwan. It's the business and cultural center of Hong Kong. Visitors can head to Victoria Peak to see the whole city. If you want to know more about Hong Kong's history, visit Tai Kwun. It used to be the Hong Kong Police Headquarters. Now it is a cultural and arts district with museums and restaurants.
All right, so we're only going to be able to look at a few of the different areas or districts in Hong Kong, but these ones are good. We're actually going to avoid some of the really famous ones and go to some of the more interesting ones that you might not have explored so much. So let's look at first Central and Western District.
Okay.
Yes, this includes Central and Sheungwan. It's the business and cultural center of Hong Kong. Visitors can head to Victoria Peak to see the whole city. This, of course, would be on Hong Kong Island, right? Not on the mainland, not on Kowloon, not New Territories, on the island. And Central, yes, is right. That's where a lot of the big buildings are, right? At 8 o'clock, all the buildings go crazy. And they have this wonderful light show. That's where you'll see in Central. And Sheungwan, I think, would be slightly to the west, I believe, of there. Near the port and the harbor, and it's very, very nice. And yes, Victoria Peak is right behind you. If you're looking at the water out at Kowloon, Victoria Peak is right there. And taking the tram up to Victoria Peak is always so much fun.
I think I did that.
Oh, you gotta do that. You gotta do that. Yeah, for sure.
Because I've been there once. Okay, so cultural 就是文化的.
You've been to Hong Kong once?
Yeah.
Just once?
Really? Yeah. That's why I'm going there again.
I've been there like 9 times.
I didn't know about museums.
Oh, yeah, museums.
I didn't go there last time. Okay, so Victoria Peak 就是太平山. So it's a famous hill, 552 meters high in Central and Western District. So yeah, you can take a cable car to the top to enjoy views of the city. I really did that, and I think I lost something on the cable car.
What did you lose?
It was something tiny. I can't remember. It's not money, though.
Okay, maybe you can go back and find it.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe it'll be right there under your chair.
So I remember the views were amazing.
The views are fantastic, and they have a bakery up there that sells chicken cookies.
真的假的? Okay, I'm going there again.
If you like chicken cookies. If you want to know more about Hong Kong's history, visit Tai Kwun. It used to be the Hong Kong Police Headquarters.
I knew that.
I did not know that. Okay.
所以 Tai Kwun 就是大馆 and it was built in 1864. Like we said, it was once a police station and shows the history of Hong Kong from the colonial period to now.
That would be
所以它是在中环建于1864年，所以它曾经是香港的警察总部，见证了香港这个殖民时期跟现代发展的变迁。我们提到的 headquarters 这个字有点难，其实就是总部的意思啦。
Now it is a cultural and arts district with museums and restaurants. I love when they do that. They take an old area, kind of like Huashan here in Taipei, and they modernize it and update it and turn it into something for everyone to enjoy with culture, art, and probably lots of good restaurants and coffee shops and stuff like that.
I'm going again.
Sounds good.
Okay, 所以如今经过翻新，它集结了博物馆啦、画廊啊，还有餐厅等等的设施，成为文化艺术区。也是 Mike 非常喜欢的哦。哇，今天我们学到超多的，但是还是要来学习单字，像是 rule 这个，我们是当做名词来用，就是统治哦。For example, the king's rule was very fair and kind. 国王的统治非常公平和仁慈，但是我们也可以俏皮的用这个例句 We made a rule to eat ice cream every Friday. 我们制定了一条规定啊，每周五都要吃冰淇淋。I love that rule. Or the king's rule over the kingdom was kind and fair. 但这例句是不是抄我的？证明国王对于王国的统治是仁慈而且公平的哦。再来我们看到的就是 head， 但是它是当作动词来用，表示前往。For example, let's head to the park after school. 放学后我们一起去公园吧。单字例句提到的是 Let's head to the library and get some books. 我们去图书馆借些书吧。刚刚还看到 used to， OK， 这是个片语，表示曾经怎么样，过去怎么样，可是现在不怎么样咯。For example, I used to hate broccoli, but now I love it. 我以前真的很不喜欢吃这个花椰菜，但现在我超爱吃。好像 wasabi 跟 sashimi 我小时候也是不喜欢，但我现在超爱。OK，and 单字例句提到的是 Sally used to be afraid of dogs, however she keeps one as a pet now. Sally 以前很怕狗不过她现在养了一只狗作为宠物再来就是 restaurant 这个名词就是餐厅 Mike 的最爱This restaurant has the best pizza in town. 这间餐厅有全可能台北市之类的就是这个全市最好吃的披萨。Or David often comes to this restaurant because it sells his favorite food. David 时常来这间餐厅因为这里有卖他最喜欢的食物。再来我们有看到 return， 但是 return 叫做动词，它有不同的意思，像是它可能会指回归某个状态。For example, the superhero returned to being a normal student after saving the world. 大家常常看电影，你会看到哇，这个超级英雄他拯救世界之后，结果恢复成为普通学生，是不是 Spider-Man？ OK，return 还有回到某处像是I forgot my phone and had to return to the classroom to get it. 我真的常忘东忘西，我忘了带手机，然后就想说手机在哪？只好回到教室再去拿回来好啦，这就是今天的 Word Power Words， 还有就是很重要的片语。接着我们来看一下我们的 Review Time。Review
time. All right, we are back with our review time activity. We had 4 new words. Do you remember them? Rule, head, used to, and
restaurant.
Restaurant, exactly right. So we're going to play a quick game of fill in the blanks.
好难
come on. If you do really well, I promise we will blank to my favorite blank.
We will return to we will head to our favorite restaurant.
My favorite
Your
restaurant.
Favorite restaurant.
Exactly. Which blank be a sushi restaurant? Which blank be a sushi restaurant? You remember the words?
Used to?
Which used to be a sushi restaurant, right? But now it is under the blank of a famous Italian chef. Now it is under the rule of a family. I don't know if I would cook rules a restaurant. No. That's a little too much power. All right, well done. You did very well.
I did well.
I will buy you a piece of pizza.
Please, I'm so hungry.
Any flavor.
Or I want dim sum.
Okay,
let's just go to Hong
We'll have
Kong.
dim sum pizza.
Okay.
That's probably a bad idea.
No.
All right, well, actually, that might not be bad.
Yeah, okay. 还喜欢今天的内容吗？记得按赞、订阅、开启小铃铛，你就不会错过任何精彩的内容喽。Bye. Yeah, dim sum pizza.